Okay, so we're back at it again, part 2. Last one was a little bit more image board heavy. I've changed some stuff around this time. If you go on my website and check the social networks, you'll see it's changed a little bit. This one will be a little bit more form and microblog heavy than the last one, so enjoy. Tildes. If you don't like Reddit, but you still want a kind of centralized place, you have Tildes. It's open source, it's nonprofit, there are apps being developed for it. It's kind of like if Hacker News had subreddits. It's very, very minimal. I think it's great for just reading papers. For instance, in the comp community, you can see it's a little bit more active, and it's basically a watered down version of Reddit. I really like this. It has a lot of potential, it just needs an app. The Melonland Forum. It's closed on Monday. I forget what times they're open, but it's pretty mysterious and funky and weird. If you click on the moon here, what is this? Whoa. The basement community. Right now, it's very, very small. It has a really nice minimal design. I hope it gets a little bigger. We will see if it's sustainable or not, but I wish them the best of luck. K-Bin. K-Bin is still a work in progress. Right now, they are developing an app for it, and they are working towards an active community. I wish them the best of luck. Arbitral. It's kind of like Less Wrong. You have a bunch of really, really complex topics and essays, and really, really smart people take those and try to explain them. I really like it, especially on AI alignment. You have all these different essays and different types of people explaining their analyses, and then those get voted upon. Effective altruism. You'll notice the form is very similar to Less Wrong. Effective altruism tries to determine the most effective ways to solve the most complex problems and take action on those problems. It's not just AI, it's also global health, biosecurity, and the environment. You can go on their Best of the Forum page where they showcase the top posts. What I really like about them is they're all about solving problems. They have all these different ways you can take action, and they have all these different events. They have groups all over the country. You can contact them through various means. Greater Wrong. Greater Wrong is an alternative way to browse Less Wrong, Effective Altruism, and Arbitral. So all three. It has all these different themes. My favorite one has got to be Brutalist. Now, if you want to create a forum, there are two online platforms that allow you to easily do that. One is Flarum, and the other is Discourse. Both forum designs look much nicer than how original forums used to look like, and they are only improving with age. So if you want to create a forum, you can't really go wrong with either. First up, you have Bear Blogs. Bear Blogs is really, really nice. It's really, really easy to sign up and to create a blog with a single account. Here is an example blog. It's very, very minimal. There's no ads, none of that crap, and you can write as much as you want. I'm a real big fan of this, and you can discover the most recent upvoted blogs published. You can even edit the CSS if you want to. I think it's really nice. It's really, really cool if you're in the basics and you just want something easy to set up. I really recommend this. Next up, we have Small Pub, which is even simpler. You can edit the CSS, you can read someone else's blog, you can explore someone else's feed. It's very, very minimal, just like the last one. I really, really like it. If you want a simple site where you can just throw your thoughts out, this is another great alternative. Midnight Pub. Midnight Pub is a bit better. You can post something and someone can reply to it, and it's all anonymous. I really like it. I like the reply system. When you combine it with a macro blog, I just think it's better. The Neon Kiosk. The Neon Kiosk allows you to view different people's blogs and journals all on one page, which is really cool. You can still click on their link and read it on their website, but it's just a really cool aggregator of sorts. Write Freely. Write Freely is a part of the Fediverse. It's a decentralized blogging service. You create an account and you write a blog. Simple as. There is an app for it. I haven't tried it out yet. This is perfect for people that are not super tech savvy and again, just want to put their thoughts out. You also have Write As, which is an instance of Write Freely. Currently, there are over 6,000 blogs. Again, you can write about anything and it's all published under your account. It's pretty cool. Plume. Plume is another decentralized blogging service, but it's not as complete as Write Freely. It has instances. You can create an article where you can write about whatever you want. It just needs an app. Status Cafe is a place where you can microblog your thoughts out, like a website. I can go to someone's account and you can see they have their own little site where they do their microblogging. I'm not a huge fan of microblogging. I'd rather macroblog. I think it's a lot of stupid crap that no one really cares about, kind of like Twitter, but sometimes they can look really cool, like this. Miss Key. Miss Key is like the Japan version of Mastodon or Firefish. I can't speak Japanese, but the app looks pretty cool. You have all these different servers, you have millions of Japanese tweets. So if you were Japanese and you wanted a decentralized alternative to Twitter, well, here you go. Micro.blog. It's like a minimal, more personal version of Twitter. There is an app for it. I feel like it's just a more personal version than Twitter. There's photos of people showing off their lives. It's kind of like if Instagram and Twitter combined. It's a bit more on the pricey aspect, but you're probably getting a better community because of that. Multiverse.plus is like if they took a scrapbook, put it online as a website, and had it function as a microblog. It looks really, really interesting design-wise. You know how I said there is no alternative to YouTube? Well, I was right, but they are coming, hopefully. So there was the YouTube ad disaster event. In order to avoid all of that, you can just use YouTube front ends. With YouTube front ends, you have no tracking, no ads, no algorithms, no bullshit. The first one is Invidious. You can join an instance, so it's kind of like decentralized. I can browse various YouTube videos in a nice clean format. The problem with alternatives is that no one is on them. So instead of that, you can just use this new YouTube client, and there you go. You also have Piped, which looks a little better design-wise. I love the black theme. There's also FreeTube, LibreTube, NewPipe, and you have to download all of them. For iOS, just use Firefox and then just visit YouTube through Invidious, and there you go. PeerTube. PeerTube is probably the best YouTube alternative, and I'm going to tell you why. You can make your own instance and website and just host your videos. Like, I really like this. You can just put all your videos on your own website. Centralization is actually very good for videos. I'm hoping for a better alternative, but in case YouTube pulls a Twitter, I have a backup. PeerTube is like YouTube, but it's decentralized. You can have your videos anywhere. There are a couple things I would like to see from it though. It needs an app, it needs chapters, it needs like a main popular instance. You have the instance just for your channel, and then you have the main popular instance. And I want to see an app where you show off all the different popular instances. Overall, it really needs an app. Funkwhale. Funkwhale is like Spotify or Apple Music, but it's decentralized. It needs an app. There's no subscription. Again, it's completely decentralized. There's pods. You usually join a pod of users. There's no tracking, no ads. I can look at the recent tracks people have added. There's also podcasts. I can browse artists. There's a lot to it. Castopod is a little better for podcasts. If you're a podcaster, you download it and you self-host it. To actually browse different podcasts, you can see it's a little bit like Twitter, where you can find everyone else. And voila, it works really well. And you can even put your podcast everywhere. You can manage your podcast in one place. You can browse it everywhere using RSS. You can have it show up on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podfriend. This kind of stuff is going to make the Fediverse successful. Successfully integrating the decentralized and centralized places and making it semi-decentralized, bridging the gap, is what's going to make it successful. Owncast. Owncast is like Twitch, but decentralized. It needs an app. You can look at the people testing it. They have live streams, they have a chat feature, so you can see people in real time and chat with them. It's got all these different instances. Overall, it's really cool. I think integrating this with other apps is where the success is, and adding some more successful features that Twitch has. PeerTube does do live streaming. If we can integrate it successfully, we can bridge the gap. OMG.lol. OMG.lol is really nice for just simply showing yourself, like a profile and a website combined into one. You can put your other accounts on it and just show a brief description of yourself with a profile picture. And bam, you basically have a general profile for the Fediverse. It would be cool if there was like some app integration. WordPress. WordPress has been around for a while. It's one of the most popular website creators. If you don't want to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, that's too scary for you, and you want your own professional website, well, there you go. They are joining the Fediverse. It should be interesting.